Hey guys, today I'm going to walk you through how I built a cold email system that is generating me about $10,000 worth of leads every single week. Here we go. Okay, so you can see here on my Instantly Analytics dashboard that I've generated about $18,000 worth of leads or opportunities in the last 2 weeks from running this cold email campaign. We started sending emails to prospects on the 10th of October. Today is the 24th of October, so it's been exactly 2 weeks with a couple days off here and there. So we're generating about $10,000 worth of leads every single week with this simple cold email campaign. In this video, I want to walk you through exactly how I am doing this, how I'm sourcing my leads, how I'm vetting my leads, and how I'm using Instantly, which is my cold email platform of choice, to actually manage and run these cold email campaigns automatically for me. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into this thing. All right, guys, so it's starting to finally get cold outside. Fall and winter is upon us. I've got my fall flannel on. It's a great time to start talking about cold email. All right. Every good cold email campaign starts with good quality leads. So the first part of this video, I'm going to talk to you about how I'm sourcing these leads, the tools I'm using to get emails that we can then load into Instantly, which we'll talk about in the second half of our video. Okay, so the first tool I'm going to use to source high quality leads for my Instantly email campaign is going to be a tool called LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Now, I'm paying $99 a month in order to access this tool, but it's well worth it. Essentially, what LinkedIn Sales Navigator does is it gives you access to all the accounts on LinkedIn and lets you slice, dice, and dissect those accounts by all these different parameters. Okay, so this is where we're going to actually create a targeted list of leads that we want to go after with our cold email campaign. So in this example, just for example's sake, we're going to be targeting dentists today, and we want to sell them an automated blog writer so that they can not spend much time writing blogs for their website. They can focus on, cleaning and fixing people's teeth, and then they can generate blog posts automatically with a tool that we are selling them. Okay, so that's just our example for today. So what we can do in LinkedIn Sales Navigator is we can actually start filtering down for dentists and targeting certain people. So for example, I'm going to go to industry and I'm going to type in dentists. Okay. And so we're going to start including dentists in our search. And you can see we've got 160,000 dentists on LinkedIn. So that's unreal. So there's a big pool to target here. Now the goal here is we want to get this, our results count down to about 2,500 people. Okay. And I'll tell you why in a second, but we want at the end of our search, we want to have 2,500 results that we can go after. Okay. And so we got to filter this down. We've got too many. All right. So I'm going to just target, let's see if I can just target United States dentists. And that gets us down to 41,000. Okay, cool. And then I want to do, I want to target people with current job titles of founder and maybe co-founder and owner and co-owner and all these big titles because I want people that can make decisions. I want people that can actually buy my automated blog system, okay? People with decision-making power. So maybe director, managing director, et cetera, okay? And so you can build this list up. So we've got about 1.5 thousand results. We could keep filtering here. Maybe we also go after veterinary services. Okay, so that gets us up a little bit more. And so we can just kind of filter and filter here until we get to about 2,500. Okay, so that'll be good right there. So we'll just target self-employed dentists and veterinarians. All right, cool. So that's LinkedIn Sales Navigator. This is the list of 2,000 people that we are going to actually target and go after in our cold email campaign. Okay, now step number 2 is we're going to hop over to a tool called Phantom Buster. And essentially what Phantom Buster lets you do is it lets you scrape this search URL that we just came up with in LinkedIn Sales Navigator. It essentially lets you scrape all of these profiles' data into a CSV file or into an Excel file, okay? Because right now you can't do that here in LinkedIn Sales Navigator. You can message these people and save these people for later, but you can't bulk export all of their information. So we're going to use Phantom Buster to do that. Now, Phantom Buster is going to cost you $70 a month to use. And what we do is we're going to browse Phantoms, and then we are going to use one called Sales Navigator Search Export. So this one right here, we're going to use this Phantom or this bot. That's what they just call them. And you can see here, all we have to do is we have to just paste in the URL of our Sales Navigator search, which we just did. So you're literally just going to go grab this URL up here, copy it, and then we're going to paste it in right here. And then we're going to hit save. Okay. And then you want to connect to your LinkedIn so it can use your cookie to scrape this information. You're going to hit save. You can leave this as it is. This is why we only target 2,500 because we don't want to get flagged by LinkedIn for scraping too much. And so 2,500 is a safe amount to scrape at a time. And so that's why we want to keep this number at about 2,500 or a little bit less. Okay. Then you're going to hit save. And then we're just going to run this manually one time. And then our Phantom is now running. Now, how Phantom Buster works is for $69 a month, you get 20 hours of execution time, which is all you need. That is all you need to get a lot of leads every single month from LinkedIn. Okay. So what we do now is we just let this bad boy run. So we'll launch this and now it runs. Now it's going to take a few minutes, sometimes 10, 15 minutes to scrape this list for us. But when it's done, what we'll have is a nice CSV file with all of that contact information, which I'll show you here in just a second. Okay, so that is going to continue to run. I'm just going to show you one of these lists that I did a couple days ago. Okay, and so I'll just download results here and show you what this looks like. So I just downloaded a CSV, and I'm just going to come into Google Sheets just so you can see what this data looks like. And I'm going to import that CSV file. All right, so you can see we got a bunch of data here, and I'm just going to clean this up just a little bit so we can see it better. All right, so that's a little better. So you can see we've got their LinkedIn profile URL, full name, first name, last name, company name, title. We've got a summary of like their profile, so we can use that to personalize our emails with AI if we ever wanted to. We're not going to do that in this video, but you could. Title, description, industry, location, et cetera, et cetera. So we've got a bunch of good information here that we can use to run a highly successful cold email campaign. Now, what you'll notice here is we are missing the most important field, and that is the email field. We do not get email out of LinkedIn, okay? But what we do get is, very importantly, first name, last name, and company name, okay? And that is what we're going to use in our next step to actually enrich the emails and discover the emails of all of these potential leads. Okay, so step number 3 is we're going to use a tool called Drop Contact to actually enrich this list of contacts with emails, okay? And the way it's going to do this is it's kind of nifty, it's kind of cool, is it's going to take this list and let's take Jay here, Jay Patterson, all right? And he works at Wolfpack Leadership LLC. So what Drop Contact is going to do is it's going to look at the most common ways people format their emails. So j.patterson@wolfpackleadership.com or j.patterson@wolfpackleadership.com or j.p@wolfpackleadership.com, et cetera, et cetera. So it's going to go through the most common ways you format emails, and it's going to send a quick little test email to that email to see if it's validated. And if it finds one, if it gets a response, then it knows that that email is real, and then it adds that email to this contact, at which point we can then email j.patterson@wolfpackleadership.com, for example. And so that's how these email enrichers are working. Hope that makes sense. And so all we do then is we take our file out of Phantom Buster, this beautiful list of data, and we upload it here into Drop Contact. All right. And then Drop Contact for about 20 to 30 minutes is going to go all the way down your list of all of your contacts and try to find emails for all of them. Now, it's not going to find emails for all of them, but normally it gets about 50% of them, 50 to 55 to 60% of them. Okay. And those are the emails that we're actually going to upload into our cold email campaign. Okay. So Drop Contact is the bottleneck of this entire system, and it is also the most expensive. I am paying $89 a month for Drop Contact for 4,000 validated emails a month. So obviously, if you wanted to really scale your cold email campaign, you'd have to pay more money for more credits or more emails, okay? So Drop Contact is really the bottleneck of the system. Phantom Buster, LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you can kind of do unlimited. I mean, 20 hours is more than enough for Phantom Buster. So this is really where the bottleneck is. All right. So what happens then is you drop your file in, it processes, and then I'll just show you an example of what is returned. Okay, so these are a couple I did last week. So I will download one of these again. And I'm just going to come back into my Google Sheet here so you can see this. I'm going to import. And I'm going to import that file so you can see what it looks like. So you can see here, this is what we get. So again, we have first name, last name, full name, title, all that good stuff. And then very importantly, we have this new email column, okay? And you can see they're not all filled in, but about half of them are, okay? And you can see in column H how Drop Contact has actually qualified this email, okay? And so there's all these different standards and processes they use. All right, so what we do now is we filter this row. We filter the blanks away. And then what we're left with is a list of 976 different emails from our list, okay? And again, it's about 50% of the leads that we got out of LinkedIn, we are able to get emails for. So if we got 2,500 out, we normally get about 1,200 emails that we can then upload into Instantly. All right, and then the idea here is you just save this file down with just the ones that you want to send emails to. So just the ones that we have emails for. You save this down as a new file. And then we're actually able to build our cold email campaign. So this is where the fun starts. So all of this was just to get leads. This is the first half of the video. And the second half of the video, we're going to talk about how you actually build your cold email campaigns in Instantly. Now, if you guys want to launch your own cold email campaigns and you want to start signing up for all of these apps we're talking about today, Instantly, Drop Contact, Phantom Buster, etc., go down into the description below. I will have all these sign up links linked down there, and that'll help me out a bunch. Thanks, guys. All right, so we are in Instantly right now, which is my favorite cold email platform to use. It's so intuitive. As a beginner, it's unbelievably easy to pick up. It's phenomenal. And it's super pretty. I mean, look at this. Okay, so if you've never used Instantly or you don't know how any of these cold email platforms work, let me show you what they do. So let's say, for example, I have a list of 1,000 leads. And I want to email all 1,000 of them with a cold email campaign. I can't do that from just one email account. Okay, so if I was going to use my business email, alex@automatio.io, and I was going to send 1,000 emails out a day to all these different leads, Outlook or Google would flag my account for spam. Okay, you just can't send that many emails without tripping off the spam detectors. So they would shut down your email and you couldn't send emails anymore. So what Instantly lets you do is get around that issue by allowing you to create a bunch of different email accounts that look similar to your main email account or your main domain. So you can see here I have like 30 different emails inside of Instantly that are all very similar to my main email. So alex.leisho@hubautomatio.com, alex.leisho@labsautomatio.com, alex@clickautomatio.co, etc., etc. So I've got 30 different email accounts, and the cool thing is I didn't have to set up any of these on my own in Gmail or Outlook or any of that, which would have taken me days. Instantly is really cool. They have something called a done for you service, which essentially they'll handle all of this for you over the span of like 24 to 48 hours. All right. And so you pay $5 one time for every account that you want set up, and then $5 a month recurring going forward in order to use these different email accounts. All right. So what they do then is once they set all of your DNS records up and they have all 30 of your email accounts or however many accounts you are setting up, what they do is for about 2 weeks, they send out warm-up emails from your account. And so what they do is from one of your new fake email accounts, they'll send emails to another one of your fake email accounts back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until the email accounts are all warmed up. And when accounts are warmed up, that means that they're not going to hit your lead spam inbox or things like that. When email accounts are warmed up, you actually hit their inbox. Okay, so it takes about 2 weeks in order to get these emails warmed up. And so then once Instantly is done warming up your accounts after about 2 weeks, then you're ready to go. Then you've got 30 different email accounts or however many you're going to set up that can send 30 emails a day to your leads. So I have 30 different accounts and each of them can send 30 emails a day. So I can send 900 emails a day without tripping any of the email spam detectors. So it's incredibly powerful. Now, if you guys are struggling to launch your own cold email campaigns, or you want to automate a lot of this process, or you want to even introduce AI into this process to send personalized cold emails to your leads, hit me up down below at automatio.io or at my email, alex@automatio.io. And I would love to help you build out your cold email systems so we can scale your businesses exponentially. Anyways, let's get back to the video. So what do you do then? Once you've got all these emails, well, then we need to upload our leads and actually create our campaigns, okay? So I'll go to campaigns. You can see I have 3 running. I ran 1 last week and I'm running 2 concurrently right now. All right, and I'll just show you this one first. All right, so you're gonna create a campaign. What you're gonna do is you're gonna come to leads, you're gonna hit add leads. And then what you do is you take your list of verified emails. So I think we had about 946 here. And you upload all of this information, including name, title, email, company, etc. You upload all of that instantly into your leads list, okay? And you'll map your fields. And then, now that Instantly has your leads, and you have all 30 email accounts that you can email these leads from, all we have to do then is actually write our emails, okay? Now, there's a million different articles and strategies on how you approach cold email. And you could spend the rest of your life reading and overthinking how to do it. But for me, there's another YouTuber named Nick Sarayev who's a genius. And I've literally just copied his template, which goes something like, hey, first name. And so you can bring in their name dynamically. All right. I found you on LinkedIn, thought I'd reach out. Then you want to qualify yourself. For me, I say I'm an automation expert with some subscribers on YouTube. I built a content gen system that can generate blog posts at scale for pennies on the dollar, okay? So that's what I'm going to be pitching to these leads. I have a blog generation system. Come try it out, okay? So, hey, qualify yourself, then give an example of how you helped another company similar to theirs with this exact process or system that you're selling them. So for me, in September, I helped Refinery Media cut their content creation costs 95% while exponentially scaling up their blog post production. By the looks of it, I'm 100% sure I could do the same for your company. And again, you can add variables into these emails. Then you want to close with basically a no risk offer, all right? Because cold email, these people, they don't know you at all. So the less friction that we have in order to bring these people in, the better. So for me, I say, hey, you can try this system out for free for a week. No risk, no hassle. All right. And then a call to action. Could I send you a link to try the system out for free? Okay. And so that's the basics of the email. Again, I copied this from Nick, and it's been working beautifully for me. Now, something else that he does, which is actually very clever, I think, and apparently boosts reply rates significantly, is you make this seem like you're just very casual, that you send it from your iPhone. So it's not like a very professional, automated outreach system. It's like very personal. Hey, I sent this from my iPhone while I was on the go or at lunch or something. And then you make a fake forwarded message underneath that says something like, hey, did some research last week, found a few companies similar to fake company name. If they're open to automation, all of these should be straightforward to scale. And then you put their company name in between a couple fake ones. And so then it looks like to your lead that your company and your boss is talking about theirs. And they like that. For some reason, they like it a lot. And it just makes it seem like, hey, this is not an automated system. This is a personal outreach. And so that just boosts your reply rates even more. Okay. For the subject line, I do exactly what Nick recommended. First name, question. And that seems to work pretty well. And so what you can do in Instantly is you can schedule steps or sequences, they call them. And so if I don't get a response in 2 days, then I send another email. And it's kind of the same thing, just written differently. You can look at it here. Hey, wanted to follow up and see if you had an opportunity to check out my previous message. Love to discuss. Too long, didn't read. Came across your company. I'm confident I can scale your blog content and also cut costs. Again, validation and then a call to action. Okay, so just a nice little follow-up there. And then finally, The third step, after another 2 days, if after 2 days they haven't responded again, then hey, thought I hit you up one last time. I still think I could scale your blog content strategy, but we'll assume timing isn't right and hope there are no hard feelings. So again, 100 million different strategies you can use here, but these seem to work pretty well for me. And so thank you, Nick, for teaching me how to use this and apply this copy here, because it seems to be working. Then all you do is you schedule your campaign. So for me, I've just been sending emails on work days. One thing I have learned is that I'm never going to start a cold email campaign ever again on a Friday, because almost everybody is out of office. Almost everybody, I never knew this. Fridays, basically nobody works anymore. It's insane. It's essentially a 4-day work week everywhere in America, definitely in Europe. And so I'm always going to start my cold email campaigns on Mondays now, because that way the first email goes out Monday. If they don't respond, you send the follow-up Wednesday. And if they don't respond there, the final call to action is Friday, and you're done. You're in and out in a week. It's clean. It's easy. You don't lose anybody over the weekend. All right. And so, yeah, that is how I've launched this cold email system that, again, and I can come back out to my analytics here, has generated me about $18,000 worth of leads in literally 2 weeks. And I'm assuming $1,000 per opportunity. Maybe you assume more or less. But I'm assuming on average, each of these leads, whether I am able to convert them to my blog writing system or even just get them on board with my automation agency, on average, I think it'll probably be about $1,000 a lead. And so that's it, guys. That's how I've built a cold email campaign that is generating me about $10,000 worth of leads every single week. Now, if you want a cold email system implemented like this for you, or you're trying to personalize it with AI or automate a lot of this process, hit me up down below at alex@automateshow.io, or go to my website and just submit a contact form. I'd love to work with you and help you build out one of these cold email systems so that you can scale your business. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this video. If you guys liked the video, go down and smash that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, consider subscribing. That would be awesome. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, also go down in the comments and let me know. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.